Slightly different direction. More video game talk.
That's right. We're back.
We're back. Keith Ruiz.
You don't print these double-sided.
Letter. What?
You don't print these double-sided.
You want me to read this?
Yeah, you can read this. Andrew, shut up. Just fan yourself.
Why are you fanning yourself?
Fan yourself like a Byzantine
You're from
emperor.
Texas.
I'm not from Texas.
You're literally from.
I do declare.
That's Georgia.
Whatever. He's fanning himself like he's about to fall on a fainting couch. Just loosen up your corset. You
Shout out to
weirdo.
Chris Roper. Hey guys, I'm a new listener to the podcast, and I really only had one question. I wanted to ask, Sony insists on giving us more God of War, even if we are burned out on it, but there is one series I would love to see return instead, and in saying that, I'd love to see a sequel to the PS2 game War of the Monsters. It's no secret that kaiju are bigger than ever, no pun intended, with Pacific Rim and the like, aka Godzilla. This could be the perfect time to give us a new one for the PS4. So what do you guys think? I know there are some kaiju fans among you. At least bring it up to some of the Sony guys at E3 if you get a chance. Oh man, I love that concept of us being at the bar being like, yo, you guys like kaiju? And they're like,
what do you
yeah.
think of War of the Monsters?
You want to sink $2 million in a year or two in a kaiju game? Yeah,
I want to be that guy. Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, we are getting PS4 Godzilla this year, but there's no local multiplayer.
Really?
Yeah, PS4 Godzilla is coming. Yeah. And it's these neat like filters put over it to make it look like old movies. And I'm like excited, and I'm like, nope, you have to play multiplayer online.
That's a Damon Hatfield scoop.
Yeah, and I just like, what do you do with that?
I loved the there was one or two Godzilla fighting games on the GameCube that were really dumb but really fun.
Godzilla Destroy All Monsters is good. The old SNES fighting game is really good. But there's all these weird Godzilla games. So you had like Godzilla Real Time Attack Simulator where you played as like the Japanese government attacking Godzilla. And
I mean, I would love Earth Defense Force. That's like Godzilla.
Yeah, that'd be rad.
Oh, that'd be great.
Or Rampage. Remember Rampage?
Earth Defense Force, another game that's
Rampage
Rampage
was
was
so good when you come back.
Well, Rampage was kind of one of the first kaiju games, right?
Yeah, it was
I
one
would
of the
say
first.
Primal Rage
Definitely.
was also. I mean,
well, that was dinosaurs, not kaiju.
well,
They're big monsters.
They're big monsters, and there's
there were
tiny
monsters,
people
too, and
underneath
they
them.
They burped and flatulated,
Farted
and things
and peed
like
on
that.
each other.
Yeah, but there was that awesome C64 Godzilla game. What was that thing called? Oh, it was really good. You destroyed cities, and it was fun.
Yeah. No, I would love that. I think like the issue is sort of like the scale of it all. And how you sort of design that. A fighting game would be easier, like making it with destructible environments.
Well, they did pull
like
it. Yeah, there was a neat 2D fighter they did for the Super Nintendo. They ported it to a few other things and it wasn't as good. But the
Clay Fighter?
No, it's just a Godzilla themed fighting game, like sprite based, really pretty, neat sound effects.
on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it was on the Super Famicom. It never came out over here.
I want like an open world GTA style game where there's occasionally kaiju battles.
Oh, that
and
would be great.
you're just doing missions, driving around,
The
listening to
amazing
DJ
thing is, like,
Premier, and all of a sudden,
there
like,
is,
Occasional kaiju.
have you played Attack of the Friday Monsters?
no, I heard about it though.
No, you're like the little kid in shorty shorts from every like Godzilla movie that's wandering around in the periphery.
Yeah.
You play as that kid, and you're just living your everyday life, and then like once a week, kaiju show up and fight.
Yeah.
It's
That's
really
amazing.
neat. That's on 3DS, I think.
The fun thing about GTA is like they probably could.
Yeah.
Like, they're like UFOs and stuff, right? They could
Yeah.
throw a couple kaiju in there.
Totally.
DLC,
So-
Kaiju DLC confirmed.
What? That's not confirmed at all. That's IGN's news editor, Andrew Goldfarb, just lied to you all. So going back to this, what sort of dormant PlayStation series would you like to see come back? Can you think of any?
about that.
I actually really would like to see another Siphon Filter. Like I know it's kind of become like a running thing, but like I think those games are really fun and they're smart.
Yeah, and like I'd love to see because they took it. I mean, there was no PS3 version. There was a pretty good PSP game. Or
I
two.
believe that was the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what. I mean, we had that sort of that fake engine demo of Medieval come out leak a few weeks. Well, not leak 'cause it wasn't real. But like that's one of those series. Like they put a lot behind that I'd be interested in. I'd like to see someone doing something with Maximo again.
Yeah,
It makes
Or
you
Ghost
wonder-
Girls.
Oh yeah, man,
That'd
those,
be
those
fun.
are
It
really
makes
cool.
me wonder what they were planning with PlayStation All Stars. Like if they were planning to kind of kick off a couple of those franchises.
Yeah, to see how the response
what
to some of
happens.
those characters were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're talking about stuff that just showed up on PlayStation platforms and nowhere else, I would still kill for a Einhander sequel I'm never going to get.
Yeah, totally.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Bushido Blade.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of PS1 games, and there's stuff like Tamba and PaRappa.
I would want something like
Yeah, have they not made a new PaRappa game? That's weird.
Well, I mean,
like
you've got Gemmalami and then nothing
Yeah.
after that, right?
I would want something with Ape Escape. Like I feel like that's a franchise that went in so many weird diagonals. Like it was sort of like the WarioWare or Monkey Ball, where they just started slapping the name on it and it didn't actually mean
yeah,
anything
what happened?
anymore.
Remember when Super Monkey Ball was actually like
That was
good?
that was
and-
like
yeah.
Super Monkey Ball
was
1
the
and
best
2 were
GameCube
like
launch game.
some of the best
for
games.
Sure. Did you know that Justin Davis, who works in our office, was like third in the world at competitive Super Monkey Ball?
Yep.
And everything went downhill.
Yeah.
He also owns TouchFuzzyGetDizzy.com.
Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy, and I think another couple.
Also, crackhorror.com goes to IGN.
And Stormtroopers.com, right?
Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, Ape Escape.
Yeah.
Beyond.
See, do you think any? What? We'll see if any of those are going to be at E3. My guess, no, they won't.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keith.
The PlayStation press conference is just Tomba and Super Monkey Ball. Everyone's like horribly disappointed.